Final one, all rules are out the window really, aren't they? Off he goes.
I'm tempted to do it, I'm just trying to work out cost.
Worst runs ever, without a shadow of a doubt. No idea why, but it's suddenly turned the greyest day. The flat is pitch black. Anyway, good morning. Easy run on the cards today. Oh yeah, it's the start of a new week. I should probably introduce it. Anyway, welcome back to the vlogs, week 2 of the Chicago training plan. Today we've got an 8k easy. In classic fashion, have now left it a bit late. It's 7:54. I have to be leaving the house at 9:10. That's in an hour and 15 minutes. Izzy and I are heading back home today because it's my sister's registry. So my sister's getting married in September. Yeah, doing that there till tomorrow lunchtime. So I need to get my run in today. I've somehow ended up like colour coordinating. So I've got this Satisfy t-shirt, which is like a coral colour, yeah? I've got my runner socks, which have got coral in. And these on Cloud Surfer Max, they've got coral in. So yeah, riveting content, Jesus. Right, let's go on this run. I don't know how much time I have, but we'll get as much as we can done. I'll tell you what, I'm really struggling this morning keeping the heart rate low. I shouldn't worry about it too much. I'm currently doing like a 5:45 and my heart rate's sitting between 150 and 155. So I'm technically still in zone 2 easy, but it's not as low as I'd like it. But I guess it is just the start of the block. I've got to chill out a bit. It's one of them days, grey zoning this one like crazy. Also, can we just talk about how the holes in Satisfy t-shirts just don't work? They should just like market it as we've put the holes in these tops to make it look cool. Don't try and tell me it's to keep us cool. Well, that was the hardest easy run I've done in a long time. But I guess that's part of the parcel, isn't it? Okay, so we had a 5:49 average pace, average heart rate of 154, which means our average heart rate was in zone 2, which is good. A total time of 35 minutes. No complaints. I mean, the complaints were that it was a lot harder than it should have been, but that's what it's going to be like at the start of this block. Also, I have this new thing, okay? You might have seen it on my TikTok. Let me show you. So I did a TikTok about this, but essentially it's this little plastic brick and you scan your phone on it and you can block yourself out of social media apps or whatever app, and you can block yourself out of whatever apps that you choose. I just have this because I have no self-control in the daytime when I'm trying to work or edit and stuff, and I just end up going onto Instagram or TikTok and doom scrolling. So Izzy and I both realised that we needed to have some sort of structure in our life now that we're not going into an office, and yeah, it works really well. But Izzy just sent me a text saying, please bring the brick with you, I've accidentally bricked myself out. So we're obviously going to my mum's after this, and Izzy's at a PT session now, so she's not going to be coming home before she goes to unbrick her phone, so I've got to take this with me so that she can actually access her apps. Anyway, I need to get showered and changed. Let's go with Cadence Orange this morning. Evening, how are we doing? Wednesday night, which means we're hosting another track session. If you don't know, me and my partner Izzy, we have a run club called Stay In It, and a couple months back we started hosting track nights. We started the track nights because we wanted for track to become less, I guess, intimidating for people, because I think if you're not used to going, it feels like the sort of thing that only really quick runners should do, or only like really experienced runners should do, essentially, which is just not the case at all. It's actually one of my favourite parts of my training week, to be honest. So at the track nights we run 3 different pace groups, and how it works is obviously we'll kind of do a top line pace as a guideline, and you don't have to stick to it. You can kind of go slower or faster, but it's just good because it gives people that aren't as used to kind of doing certain split times a rough guideline as to what to stick to, and people can buddy up and get into groups. And yeah, we found it works quite well. We usually rotate the sessions. Sometimes we do 400s, sometimes we do 800s, and this week we're doing a mix of both. So we've got 3 times 800 with a 90-second rest in between, and then 400s with a 75-second rest because they're going to be slightly quicker. Go in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. $800's done. We've now got to do about 5 400s at 3:40 and 3:30, the final 2. 5 seconds to go, lads. 3, 2, 1. Final 2, 3:30. Just one more to go. Final rep, 3, 2, 1. Final one, all rules are out the window really, aren't they? Off he goes, off he goes. Everyone. Don't put a muscle. Jesus Christ. Right, so I've just got some potential race news and I'm tempted to do it. I'm just trying to work out costs. But Jay Surrey, you'll probably know him, he owns Run Pack. He is an unbelievable runner. He's training, I think, currently for Sydney Marathon. But Jay is also a Cadence ambassador like myself. And he's just put a message in our chat basically saying he's got spots to run Copenhagen half. The bib will be free, but obviously I've got to sort my travel and accommodations. So I'm just trying to work out the costings of it. But this race works out perfectly because it's 1 month exactly almost before Chicago. So it's like a perfect B race to see where I'm at. And I've never done Copenhagen half before. I've always wanted to do it. It looked sick last year. And it's also a Nike race as well, which is obviously Nike doing Chicago. I think I'm going to do it. Flights are looking at about all in, probably like 200 quid. Let me just quickly look at hotels because that's where the problem could lie. Otherwise, I might just whack on social media and see if anyone's got anywhere I can stay. Let's see how much a hotel will be. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. Looking pricey, lads. Looking very pricey. We can work out the sleeping situation. We'll work it out. It's time for the gym, so I'm just making my not a pre-workout, just the drink I'm going to take. I've got some Pillar Performance creatine in there. Trying to use this a bit more. I'm also going to put in with that the Cadence Race electrolyte so I can get some caffeine in. Also, gym shoes. I've got these rad gym shoes from this Gymshark event I went to the other week. It's the first time owning a pair of shoes that are specifically for the gym. Good morning. I am feeling incredibly stiff today, I can't lie. I have not properly trained legs in ages and they are hurting today, so I feel like they're going to hurt even worse tomorrow morning. But I have moved my schedule around as a result of that. I was in the gym yesterday and I thought, there's no way I'm going to feel up for doing like my big session of the week, my progressive run, with my legs feeling heavy. So have moved that to Sunday and I'm going to do a 9k easy right now. So heading out to do that in a sec. Today, actually, I've got a suit fitting. So yeah, we've got the actual wedding in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to Zebel to get my suit fitted. I'm going to get my suit measured. A little update on the Copenhagen half situation. So I have my place. I have bought my flights to go out there. I paid 105 quid for a singular flight from Heathrow to Copenhagen. I haven't booked my return because I just don't know what to do because the flights on the actual Sunday are really expensive, but then also hotels are really expensive. So I was thinking, is there someone that follows me that lives in Copenhagen that would kindly lend me a sofa? Let me know. Obviously very, very lucky I've got my bib for free, which is sick. I would have happily paid for my bib. But obviously getting abroad is an expense in itself, particularly this last minute. So I'm working out what to do in terms of accommodation. And then I need to work out what flight I'm going to get home. I think I can get a flight home on a Monday morning early at like just before 8 a.m, which would get me back into London for like 10. So I'm thinking of maybe doing that. And then as a result, I would then need 2 nights accommodation, Saturday and Sunday night. Copenhagen be sick. I've never been there before. It's one of them cities that I've wanted to go to for ages. Food scene looks class. Yeah, just seems like a cool vibe. So very excited for that. I have actually added the Copenhagen half now to my runner plan because if you didn't know, Runner now has a feature called for B races. So if you don't know what that is, a B race is essentially your B race. So you're not your A race. My A race in this situation is Chicago Marathon. And then then, sorry, Izzy's just throwing the ball for the dog. Yeah, and then I can add a B race, which means it's like my second priority of the block, I guess. It has told me to take it easy based on when my marathon is. So I should probably listen to that, but let's be honest, I'm not going to go abroad for a half marathon and not race it. Runner, if you're watching this, you didn't hear that. It's week 7 of 11, so it's 4 weeks out from the main race. Okay, I need to get on with my run now because it's going to take me like an hour. Let's crack on, 9k easy, let's go. You know what? I'm surprisingly feeling so good this morning. My legs don't feel heavy at all. I mean, I feel a little bit tightness in my hamstrings from the RDLs, but apart from that, I feel good, which is nice. Currently going at like a 5:20 and my heart rate's like 140, so yeah, feeling good. Maybe fitness is slowly coming back. But yeah, I saw something absolutely mental. You might have seen this, like Joe Wicks talking about how he relapsed because he ate a packet of Jaffa cakes. I mean, what the f*** are we doing? How on earth has this demonising of sugar? Look, don't get me wrong, I'm all for less processed food and less processed sugar, but calling it a relapse, you alright, mate? And also, who is he making these videos for? Like, everyone with an ounce of common sense knows that what he's saying is so extreme. Is it all for like the Facebook mums and dads that just believe all that shit? I don't know, because I'm watching it and going, who's going to watch this and take it seriously, genuinely? Just under 3k to go. Just bumped into my physio, Luke, in the park. Probably should go and see him soon, get something booked in. Always good to keep on top of that sort of stuff. This just felt good. It felt easier at the start, obviously. Feel like today I should have come out earlier. Feel like I left too much of a gap between my breakfast and coming out for the run because I'm starting to feel really hungry now. I always just get carried away, like sit down at my laptop and just like smash through a load of stuff. And I know it's really good, but I just need to just get out and run and then do all that after. All done. That felt really nice. 9.2k, average pace of 5:37. Average heart rate 149, which is class. The max it went to is 161, which is probably just up an incline. So yeah, proper zone 2 stuff that. Suit is all sorted. Honestly, the guys at Zeeble are just unreal. So essentially they made me a suit because I got my sister's wedding and then we're flying to Spain the following day because we've got our friend's wedding. Izzy's going a lot earlier than me, so I wanted a new suit just to wear across the whole weekend pretty much. Yeah, they sorted me out, looks really good, fits nice, had a few adjustments that need to be made, but apart from that, brilliant service. Like, they're just such top lads in there. Yeah, highly recommend them. They got a few stores. They got one in Soho, Bristol, and I think there's one more. Exeter, that's it.
Hello.
So Izzy and I have just come for a little drink because we have got, in here, we have got our wedding invites and we're going to look at them for the first time. So obviously we've been together for like almost 11 years and we thought it'd be nice to come and just like get a glass of wine and just enjoy the moment of opening up the wedding invites because we've got them all custom made based on like our venue and yeah, they look really sick. You excited to see them?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I can't wait. If they're anything like the save the dates, they're going to be so good.
Very excited. This looks so good. Look at this for a spread. And Izzy can eat 2 things. The rest is for me. I had 5 beers last night at my mate's gig and I feel so horrific today. Oh, it's actually mental how alcohol really affects me now. Like 5 beers back in the day just would have been a drop in the ocean. But yeah, my mate Nick played his gig last night and just so f***ing proud, man. Honestly, it was the sickest time. Like, all of our mates got together to watch Nick perform and our other mate Alex supported him. So yeah, we basically got to see 2 of our mates perform music live and it was just the coolest thing. He's such a great showman. If you want to check him out, Nick Magenta. Also Alex as well, who performed. Alex John Duarte, Alex JD. Really, really good fun. Nick hasn't performed for like 3 years and you would have thought he performed last week with how natural he found it. So hopefully if there's any music people watching this, go check him out. But yeah, plan today, we've got Run Club, so I'm just getting my shoes on. We're doing conversational 5k. We do this every other week from a local cafe. But yeah, it's really nice. It's very different to our track sessions, but this is the thing that came first. We started this back in November. And yeah, I'm really struggling putting on my socks this morning. And yeah, we've been doing this since November. We get a lovely crowd that comes along. People just want to run easy, or, you know, there's some people that are just like serious runners, but they want to run easy. And there's some people who are new to running and they want to just meet some new people. And it's just wicked. Like, it's just such a nice vibe. So yeah, shout out to anyone that comes along. If you want to come along, if you want to join and you're local to Stoke Newington area, just click the link in the description. I've got our click, which is essentially like where you can find like local clubs and things and join local clubs. Why is it my voice sounds really deep?
I guess you were shouting loads last night.
Yeah, maybe, but I think I don't know. Is it the beers that make my voice sound like that? Anyway, Chelsea also won 5-1 last night, which is an unbelievable result. Yeah, 5-1. Graham Potter's shit, isn't he? That's the extent of the football chat on this channel. Run club all done. That was good fun. We completely forgot it's bank holiday weekend, so like everyone's left London. So we did have a much smaller group than we usually do, but like it was still great. I've now got some food. I've been a complete pig this morning, bought myself 2 pastries, but I just want to sort of touch upon something right now. 2 pastries and 2 juices, okay? How much do we reckon that cost? I'll give you some time to think. If you guessed 18 quid, you'd be correct. What are we doing? How are 2 juices and 2 pastries £18? At that point, I'm just like faced with the thing, I have to buy it. Nice little ham and cheese number, very, very good. I literally got no hands, so I can't do a little taste test for you. I've already tried it as well. Plan for today, literally nothing. As I said, we're going Bournemouth this evening, but there's like no plans today whatsoever, which I'm really looking forward to. Just gonna put the feet up, watch the 12:30 kickoff and just chill out for the day, to be honest. You know what I might do? I might try and like come up with some content ideas. And I should shut off, but I also have had like a bit of a patchy work week this week, like because I've had like other personal commitments and stuff. I feel like it just eats into your work week a bit, so I feel like working today is justified, especially if I'm not doing anything on the sofa. What's in this juice?
Ginger, carrot, apple, I think. And there was one other thing, I can't think. Yeah.
Very wholesome. Can't have a third coffee before 11 a.m. Yeah, 3 before 11 is crazy work. I've done it before, but I don't think today of all the days. Right, we've got a situation on our hands currently. A segment I'm going to introduce to this vlog. Opening packages. It's a riveting one. Yeah, it took me hours to come up with. Sometimes you get sent stuff and you just have no idea what it is. For context, people might not realise this, yeah. For me, for example, in my bio is my email address, okay? A PR company or like a brand or whatever will get in contact with you through your email address, and then they'll essentially put you on like a PR list for a brand or something along those lines. So I'm on an ungodly amount of like PR lists and things, so I'll just get sent shit without knowing what it is, and that's kind of what's happened today, except I do know what most of this is. There's only one thing I'm kind of confused about, but the rest of this I've been sent so much cadence because I needed a restock. So, well, firstly we'll crack on with this one. So, cola, citrus. I'm buzzing to have that because I haven't actually had that since they changed the packaging of the citrus flavour. More orange sachets, melonberry sachets, my favourite. More citrus and more citrus. Currently there, 3 citrus, 1 cola, another citrus. This is the one I have no idea what it is, by the way. I'll leave that till last. Same with this one from Runner. By the way, if you want to try Cadence, you can use my code Calum at checkout. Get you a discount. Oh, sick, sick, sick. Cadence t-shirt. And this looks like nice material as well. That looks class. Got that one. Look at that, that's sick. That logo is sick. Look at that. Izzy's YouTube's doing really well. If you want to go and watch that, then I'll leave the link in the description. I'll also whack it on the end of this video as well. Okay, we've got an ungodly amount of sachets. Oh, we've got more teas. Oh, this is a hoodie. Sick. That feels a nice hoodie. The final box, I think it's cans. It is cans. Cola. Runner have released some like core running products. Men's quarter zip, some men's elite shorts, a tee, a running tee, and a running singlet as well. All black, very clean, nice design. Yeah, look forward to trying that out. Thank you very much, runner. Okay, finally, the one that feels like a shoebox, well, definitely is a shoebox. It looks like someone sent it themselves, which is what's confusing me about it the most. I thought they didn't have this in my size, but they seem to have sent them. A pair of Asics. Asics reached out to me and said, would you like to try the new Sonic Blast, which are a tempo trainer, but I'm a size UK 11 and they've sent me a 10.5. They could still fit. These are really nice. Look at those. I just hope they fit. A little close up on them for you. A very solid haul. Very happy with that. Good news, people. They fit. Nylon plates are like perfect for like a track or like a speed session. Big up Asics. Thank you very much for those. Good morning. You know what? Even though I work for myself, bank holidays and the idea of them are class. So nice. So Izzy and I have come down to Bournemouth, which, if you don't know, that's where Izzy's family are from. And hello, do you want to come on? Come on. So yeah, down here, have some time on the beach, have some time with family. Today we have the big run of the week, the big session, and probably the session that is the most testing part of this marathon block so far. I know we're only 2 weeks in, but it's definitely the one to really see where we're at. On the cards today, we have a 16-kilometer race pace practice. Runner has set my race pace for Chicago at 4:30, which is 20 seconds per kilometer quicker than I was set for Paris. I believe actually I was probably set, I think 4:47 for Paris, but I kind of kept at 4:50s. I have the leeway here to kind of go to 4:37 to get the time that I want to get. This is obviously to the target time that runner thinks I could get, between 3:09 and 3:14. So what we're doing today, we're doing 8 kilometers at conversational pace and then 8 kilometers at marathon pace at 4:30 per kilometer. I don't know how to feel about this because isolated 4:30 is fine, but I don't know if I can do it for 8 kilometers just yet. But I'm going to go into it with a fresh head. I've slept really well. I've got like a 96 sleep score for my Garmin, which is unreal. I haven't had that in ages. And we've got some new shoes to try. As I showed you yesterday, I've got the new Asics Sonic Blast. I had my electrolyte, I had my coffee, I had my bagel. Fueling wise, I'm going to try and do something a little bit. The thing is, I'm always quite cautious about what I need versus what I should try. And I know on this run, I don't need anything for that 8K conversational. However, I need to really start getting used to again having like gels every 5K. So the plan is I'm gonna do the 8K and at like 6 or 7K in I'm gonna have a caffeine gel. 6K and 11K I'll do this one. Or I might swap them around, do normal then caffeine. Yeah, I think I'll do that actually. So then I'm doing 2 gels for 16 kilometers. Obviously, as usual, got my Satisfy race belt. This is fantastic. Obviously, as we've said multiple times, so overpriced. There's much cheaper versions you can get elsewhere, but I like the detail of this one. It's got the little hooks and stuff, and yeah, it just suits me really well. Right, let's get on the run. Right, so we're almost 6K in. I'm currently holding on to like a 5:15, 5:20. It's probably a bit quicker than like conversational, but I don't want it to be too big a jump. Like, I'm happy with a minute, but not like a minute and a half. That seems a crazy jump. But so far so good. About to have a first gel. It's hot though. Might have to take this off. It's definitely vest weather. You cannot beat running here, man. Oh, about a K and a half into this. It feels really wrong. Does not feel comfortable whatsoever. It's not supposed to be though. I'm really struggling keeping pace though. It feels like I'm kind of all out. It's so shit. Almost there. This has been truly awful. One of the worst runs ever, without a shadow of a doubt. View's good though. Well, the session was a little bit of a failure. You know what? I'm not going to call it a failure because I learned stuff. Also feel like I didn't do myself a service with the headwind because I kind of ran out of road both ends. I could have kept going, but I basically wanted to finish near where I started. So that was my own choice, and it made it harder for myself because as soon as I kind of went with the tailwind, I performed so much better, even towards the back end. As soon as I switched up, I was able to actually hit pace. So I do think that played a big part. I sound like Ty from Arsenal Fan TV blaming the wind, but kind of, I feel like did affect me a little bit. Also, oh my god, I'm getting into such excuse territory here, but I feel like it's worth explaining. On the Bournemouth Promenade, there's kind of like a camber in the road, so it kind of like slopes a little bit, and I pronate in my shoes anyway, and these ones don't really support pronation too well from what I know, like, well, not from what I know, from what I've observed wearing them. So my left foot was just rolling in constantly. I was starting to get a little pain down the side of my calf and like inside of the knee. Yeah, enough excuses. I'm gonna get in the sea now. What a way to finish a run. Oh my word, it's cold. It is so cold. What a way to finish a run.